Welcome to Ageless with Adrianne. I'm Adrianne Caparuso. Today I want to talk to you about getting cardio exercise in the chair. I know that some of you are more comfortable sitting than standing. While it is always my goal and objective for you to stay standing because it activates more muscles, it creates more movement. Movement is life, movement is very important. While that's always my objective, sometimes we have to stay seated for things. If your balance is really bad and you need help, you can always reach out to me. But if your balance is really bad and you're unstable, sometimes seated is best to start. So I want to show you a cardio routine because I've talked in past videos about the importance of cardio for brain health. I want to show you how when you're in a chair, you can still get that heart rate pumping. So take a seat and join me. When you're seated, you can move through the upper body much easier than the lower body, right? Because the lower body is the contact point. So upper body stuff, here we go. Moving the arms up and down. This will start to get your heart rate up. The faster you go, the more your heart will pump, obviously. Now, that's one movement with your arms, right? You can start to add a little toe tap. So these are seated jacks. So here we go. We're gonna do jumping jacks seated. This should get your heart rate up. Okay, so the longer you do this, the faster your heart will beat. The faster you do this, the faster your heart will beat. And that's the goal of a cardiovascular routine, is to get that heart rate up. Another thing you can do are some running arms, right? You can get your arm. Now, for me, I would need to add, because I'm cardiovascularly trained, if you're not, it's fine, it's not a judgment, it's just for me, I want to show you a way to improve and increase the intensity. You can add some dumbbells. With this, you can do bigger, you can do 5 pounds, these are just 3 pounds, but I'm gonna pump these up and down. And this, if I do this long enough, even seated, my heart rate is gonna get up. So another thing that you can try is getting some of that lower body moving. You can come out to the edge of your chair while still staying seated, and get the legs marching, right? Why is this important? I do this with almost all my clients. Standing, seated, I do this all the time. Because of these hip flexors, you need these to be strong and healthy. You need those muscles to be able to work. So you can get some cardio doing this, right? And if you want to add more and get more of a workout, get that heart rate up, you start pumping some iron with it. And that's going to get your heart rate going. Okay? So here we are. Heart rate is up. Here we are. So I did jacks where I took my arms out to the side, much harder with dumbbells. Let's do an overhead press with the leg movements. My heart rate, you can hear I'm losing breath. My heart is starting to jump. My heart rate is starting to go up. There are definitely ways to move in a chair. And even if balance is an issue for you and you're more comfortable, one of the things to do is you can get up and walk around the chair while still keeping hold of the chair and just walking around. Get up and move. It will make you feel better from sitting all the time. Maybe you can only walk around one time because you're deconditioned, and that's okay. So everybody has to start somewhere. There's never a judgment about where somebody starts. The greatest thing is just to start. So even now, I'm still panting a little bit about those exercises. When you can add some dumbbells, it will push that heart rate up. If you can't do it because you're just starting out, that's okay. You can still do that march and get that overhead press. You can do that march and do a front raise, a side raise. Okay, all of this stuff will start to elevate the heart rate and give you a cardiovascular routine. If you want to do with the running arms, running legs, do it, right? And see how it goes for you. But just because you're in a chair doesn't mean that you can't get that heart rate up and get some cardio work in. So I want you to think about that when, if you're in a seated position and you can't really do much because you're, for whatever reason, you have to stay seated. It's okay. Just slide back, pick up some dumbbells or not, and get moving, right? Or come forward and get moving, get a little bit more movement. The other thing you can try to do is some leg extensions, right? This is good. Squeeze that quadricep muscle as you do them, right? Leg extensions, you can put dumbbells on your knees, do calf raises. So these are great ways for you to start to work your body in a seated position. Turn your toes out, turn your toes in. You've just worked your calves, right? So I want you to think about, if you're in the chair, what can you do? We know you can do the jacks. We know you can do running arms. We know you can get those legs moving, marching, running arms with it, running, right? Calf raises. There are front raise, side raise, shoulder press. There are 8 bicep curls. Tons of ways to move the body in a chair that will get your heart rate up. Again, my heart rate's up right now. I'm breathing a little bit heavier. I'm feeling a little bit warmer. Move your body to your level of exertion, okay? If you have any questions, comments, leave them below and let me know. And I'll see you in the next video.